Hello, hello everyone. Welcome to Chaos and Order Art by Susan Holt. That is me. Tonight is March 13th, 2024. Welcome to Zens-Day Wednesday Live. Tonight I am excited because I am going to paint for you and show you a painting that I have had some thoughts about and got some help with working those out from some fellow artists, but I'll tell you about that in just a minute. Before I get started, however, I'd like to do a little bit of housekeeping. So if you're watching live with me, thank you so much for being here tonight. For those of you who are watching in replay, thank you so much for watching in replay. Go ahead and put hashtag replay down in the comments for me so I know you stopped by. I would appreciate it. And of course, for everyone, go ahead and give me those little thumbs up, the little hearts, and all of your comments and questions that I would absolutely love to see. Oh, I see Karen and Cinnamon are here. Hello, hello, welcome. I hope you enjoy the show tonight. So if I do miss your comment or question because the screen will be pointing down at my workstation here in a few minutes, I do go back and watch these later in the evening or the next day, and I do get back to you. I will comment back to you. I will answer your questions, so don't worry about that. Tonight, I am super excited to get started because I'm going to show you a piece of art that's already finished and ready to go. I'll tell you a little bit about it. And I am going to do a live paint demo for you after that. So let's go ahead and get started. If you hear whininess or little tippy tappies in the background, that's just Studio Dog wandering around. There she is. So don't worry about her. She's fine. So tonight, the art piece I want to show you and I want to talk about is this one. And, ooh, there you go. It does not have a dot design on it because this centralized design kind of really took over the piece when I poured it. And I wasn't really too sure about what I was going to do with this. So I took this painting to an art critique group that I belong to and was just like, look, guys, I need your help. Please, what should I do with this? And pretty much the majority said, don't do anything with it. Just put a title on it and let it go. So this painting, which one of the ladies had a brilliant idea for the title, has given that to me, and I am calling this one Neuron. Oh, April is here. Hey, April, welcome, welcome. So tonight I wanted to show you this painting while I talk about art and the brain, because there have been a lot of studies about looking at art or creating art and how it affects the human brain. And I just love that kind of sciencey stuff. So I wanted to give you a couple of little quick facts. Just by looking at a painting like this one, it boosts the blood flow to your brain by 10%. So you actually get a lot of benefit from that. And then the other tidbit I wanted to share was if you meditate, you can actually look at a piece of art while you're meditating and kind of walk yourself through the painting. What do you see in the foreground? What do you see in the middle ground? What do you see in the background? What colors are there? Or even just look at it and let yourself kind of be in that flow state. In the flow zone. Yes, hi, I see you. Talking to the dog, sorry about that. But while you're in that flow zone and you're meditating, when you meditate with your eyes closed, you get your cortisol, which is your stress hormone, drops by 27%. However, when you look at art like this piece, your cortisol will drop by 32%. So that's a big boost in how your brain reacts and how your nervous system reacts to meditation with and without looking at a painting that you appreciate. So I'm going to get close up here. As you can see in the background, that's copper color instead of just a brown color. I love this. I think I'm going to take this little straight line out of there, but otherwise this painting is done and ready to go. I really wanted this one to convey kind of that bright spark of inspiration. So if you are interested in having this or any of my other paintings bring you just that 10% more blood flow to your brain just by looking at them, or that additional boost of your cortisol, your stress hormones dropping while you meditate, go ahead and let me know. This one is called Neuron, and it is 16 by 20 on canvas, and it is $1,100, and that includes free shipping in the continental US, so you don't have to worry about any of that. I've already done the math and figured it out. So let me put this one down over here. And we will go ahead and get started on the monthly painting. Now this is going to be the fun part because I'm going to put the dot design on the monthly painting tonight as a paint demo for you. Woohoo! So let's go ahead and get started with that. I'm going to actually turn the camera down to my table, so if you do get a little motion sick, go ahead and look away. Oh, I see Hillary is here. Hey, Hillary, welcome, welcome. So moving the camera. While I do that, I'm going to let you know that our internet has been a little bit weird the last, I don't know, few days, week, something like that. So if for some reason the video slows down or, I don't know, weird stuff happens, then don't worry, it'll pop right back on. I'm still here, still making art for you. So let's go ahead and do the dot design on the monthly painting. I am going to do a spiral design. I was working on a lot of stuff earlier on my computer, and I literally lost track of time, so I did not get the spiral painted on in advance, but I don't think I'm going to do a very big one tonight. Just be kind of over here in this corner. And this is the dot design card for the monthly painting, for the March 2024 monthly painting. And there was 1 vote for number 1, 2 votes for number 2, and 3 votes for number 3 for the designs. So that made me giggle. And the winner, of course, is number 3. This dot design card will go with this painting as a bonus painting. So if you want any of the monthly paintings that still have their dot design cards, they will come with the purchase price of the monthly painting. And so you get 2 paintings for the price of 1. I mean, what could be better? And this is a little 5x7, so you can literally just pop this in a 5x7 frame or have it matted and put it in an 8x10 frame. Easy peasy mac and cheesy. I'm going to get that out of the way. So let's go ahead and get started. And Jennifer, who is the one who won the poll for what colors should we paint this week, had the suggestion of using the dark red, the maroon color, to paint the dot design on this. And quite frankly, I thought it was brilliant. So that's exactly what I am going to do. So I have the monthly painting here. I am going to really focus in on this area. I think there's kind of too much browns over here, so I want to kind of cover those up a little bit and make it feel more cohesive with the rest of the piece, with kind of some of these darker reds that show through in the top half of the painting. So that is what I'm going to do. I can get my red paint open. All All right. Get this poured out. Ooh, that's a little thick. That's a little thick. Let's see what this does. Like I said, I'm sorry, I meant to have all this ready to go, but I got into doing stuff on the computer for work. And then I looked up and it was 4:30. So I had to figure out what I was going to do for the live, what painting to show you, all that kind of good stuff, which I usually have set and ready to go in advance. But tonight got away from me. That's okay. Some days get away from me. I know some days get away from you too, so I know you completely understand, and I appreciate that. More than you probably know at this point. Just watering down my paint a little bit so it flows off of the dot tools a little bit better. And the dog is telling me that she wants to go outside, but you have my full attention at this point, so she can just wait until Dad comes out of his office. Okay. Wipe off my hands. You can call her louder.
No. No.
All right. Dad's in control of the dog. Okay, so I'm gonna put the dot design around here. So I think go about there. And as you can see, I don't really measure where I put my dot designs with a ruler or anything. If I want it dead center, I will measure, but tonight it's going to be so kind of off to the left, the bottom left, that I don't feel the need to get my ruler out. If it's off center, then it's fine. Then it's fine. I've been doing this for long enough that I know kind of where I want things. So if I don't have to measure, I don't have to take the time out and measure exact measurements, like I'm doing in my my little geometric drawings that I've been just infatuated with lately. Here's the newest one. That one's needs a little bit of sprucing up still around the edges, and then put my name on it. So that one's not quite ready yet. But it will be in the next, it'll be ready next week. I got the rest of them up on my website. But with paintings like this, with my spiralism and my linear designs, I really don't feel like I need to measure every little teeny tiny thing, because I do have enough experience under my belt with making art and creating this kind of art specifically, that I don't really think it matters where I put the center design in a measured with a ruler kind of way. But that's just me, my opinion. Like I said, unless I'm gonna put it dead center. And I will be moving this canvas around, so don't get too surprised. You know, the microphone will sometimes pick up the sound of the canvas moving on the table. That's all right. So what do you think of this red for the dot design? This is the crimson red that I poured with. I think it's doing pretty good. I think it's doing what I want it to. See, Melissa and Mindy are here, and Molly. Ooh, Melissa, Mindy, and Molly are here. Hello, hello, welcome. What do you think so far? Okay. So I was talking to you earlier when I showed you the painting Neuron about art and the brain. My brain does not work well unless I have a creative outlet, or unless I can see beautiful art around me. And I know that. And my poor techie husband knows that. It's a good thing that he likes art too. I think if he didn't like art, he probably wouldn't have married an artist. Art is a great, inexpensive way to escape some of the things that are going on right now. Maybe just out in the world in general, or in your life. You can take a meditation break, take a breather. When I was a docent at the Phoenix Art Museum, we had a speaker come in, and they said that people out in the world will, it's on camera for you, people out in the world who go to museums generally spend 1 to 3 seconds looking at a piece of art before they determine that they're going to move on. And I just think that it's never enough time for me to look at a piece of art in a museum. Yes, there are some pieces that I've seen before, and I've, gotten to stand in front of them and really look at and kind of absorb what's going on with the subject, or how the artist applied the paint to the canvas. Whatever it is I'm really studying and looking at. But I find that unless I've seen the painting a lot in person, 1 to 3 seconds is generally not nearly enough for me to look at a painting. So I like to find a bench and sit. Or like here at the house, I have some of my favorite pieces that are on the wall directly opposite the couch. So when I'm watching TV at night, if I suddenly need a break from the show, which sometimes I do, then I just look at my wall of art, take a few deep breaths, recenter myself, gather my thoughts. And that helps my brain. So just having that personal knowledge and knowing myself and my body as well as I do, and knowing some art history and having read the studies that show art helps lower your cortisol and boost the blood flow to your brain. I completely get it. I have a friend who is a meditation and Reiki teacher, and she uses my paintings in her home to meditate too. And she says she can tell a big difference. And she's been doing meditation and mindfulness and Reiki classes for decades now. So I love that she has given me that feedback and says, yes, it really does. It does help. It does work. So that makes me happy. That's one of the reasons I wanted to do art like this, and kind of wanted to do art in general, but I've always wanted to have my own style, and I really think I found that. And the fact that it helps people just is such, I don't want to call it an honor or a blessing, but I think it's pretty cool. I just think it's cool that my art helps people. And my bestie asked me one day if people needed to meditate to look at my art. And I said no, or to own my art. And I said no, people just need to like my art to own my art and pay me money. Tell me which painting you want, and I will make it happen so we can get it to your house. I am a working artist. I am not just doing this as a hobby. This is my chosen career. And I am thrilled that you are here and you love my art. So when you're ready for that piece to go in your home, let me know. If you want help shopping to find the perfect piece for your house, or your office, or your yoga studio, or your meditation space, you need some personal shopper attention, I will absolutely give that to you. Some guidance. Like my friend Kelly, she has one of my paintings and she wanted a new one. And she asked, hey, will this one go with that other one? And I said, yes, absolutely. Maybe not, side by side, but definitely on the same wall. So I will be happy to answer your questions. If you're right here on Facebook with me, you can go ahead and just send me a private message. Let me know. If you're on YouTube or you don't have Messenger installed, you can go ahead and email me at susan@saholtstudios.com. And if you know the painting you want, or you just want to browse through my stock in my studio, you can do that on my website, which is saholtstudios.com. I've got all my paintings up there. I've got all my drawings, my calligraphy, my wire wrap jewelry, the pour painted jewelry that I take from the back, the drips that come off the painting, so that the acrylic paint, which is basically plastic, doesn't go in the landfill. So I've got a bunch of stuff up there. So if you don't need somebody to answer your questions, go ahead and head on over there and take a peek and see what I got in stock ready to go. And if you want a special piece you want to commission, I will be happy to work with you. I love creating commissions with you, so I am always open and available for that. Because sometimes I don't have a piece in my collection that kind of hits the right nerve or goes with all the right colors in your house, so we can definitely do that. Definitely help you out with that. Easy peasy. And if you've never commissioned an artist before, don't be scared. I have a list of questions that I ask so that you get exactly what you need and exactly what you want. And the painting will make you very, very happy. Okay. I'm going to go a little quiet here because I am going to put the dots in that will make this into a spiral and not just bigger and bigger dots. And I want to leave enough room to get the dot design out here at the ends. So I'm going to stop there. And let's go with this one. Yes. And I will dry test the size of my tool on my canvas before I put any paint on it, just in case I picked the wrong the wrong size tool, which I've done before for these dots. I have to be real careful where I put them because I don't want to make my line look like it's got a hump in it. I am really loving this dark crimson color on the lighter areas. It's really standing out well. Well, it's really standing out well from where I am close up to it. Working down here in a corner like this, I have to be careful not to drag my hand through over here on this side of the dots of paint. The wet paint. And we're almost to the point where I can paint the that finial design at the end. Which is my favorite part. Okay, who am I kidding? It's all my favorite part. I just enjoy creating art. My second favorite thing is that you like my art. There's a real relationship between the artist, the art, and the viewer. Okay, remind you what we're doing. We are going with option number 3 over here. That is the one that was voted on for the most today on my little poll. So that is what I am going to paint on here. So let me get started. I think this one. All right, let's go. Trying to keep the painting in the frame for you so you can see what I'm doing. My paint demos are not meant to teach you what I do. If you want to take a class from me and you're local, you can absolutely do that, and I will charge you an appropriate fee. But these paint demos on Wednesday are just so you can sit back and relax. Watch me do what I do, get some relaxation, because watching someone paint also has really big benefits for relaxation and the brain. Okay. So I'm glad you joined me here for Zens-Day Wednesday Live. Give your brain a little boost. Give your body some relaxation. It's important to have the things you love make you happy in life. little bit to go. Well, one more, many dots to go. All right. So while I am finishing up this dot design, I would like to remind you that next week we will be putting a title on this painting. So if you think you know what this painting should be called, or you get a flash of inspiration about it, go ahead and let me know. You can put it in the comments here on this video. You can put it in the comments on the Tuesday afternoon post. And then I will compile the suggestions and put them in a poll for Wednesday at noon. Then I'll announce Wednesday at 5. These are all Pacific time. Since I live in Arizona, we have gone from Mountain Time to Pacific Time. So I will compile all of them and put them in the poll. You can vote on them Wednesday afternoon. And I will announce the title next week. And I have a question for you guys. Do you like when I have the title and first dibs on separate weeks? Or do you like when I have title and first dibs on the same Zens-Day Wednesday live? There are pros and cons to both, but I'd love to hear your opinion. Okay, there we go. That is all I'm going to paint for you tonight. So I would love it if you would join me next week for Zens-Day Wednesday live right here on Chaos and Order Art by Susan Holt. I'm going to let this dry overnight. If I think it needs another little spiral kind of up in the corner or somewhere else on here, I will put that on, but I don't want it to be too busy. It is a pretty busy painting, just as is in general. So I don't know, I'll let it dry and prop it up and walk across the room and take a look at it and see what I still need to do, if anything. And then I will post that picture next week in the post for the title. So I think that's going to do it for me tonight. Let me move the camera back up around so you can see my cute little face. Hey everyone. So if you have any questions, if you would like a painting, if you have any suggestions or comments, go ahead and let me know, and I will see you in a week. I hope you have a wonderful rest of your week and an artful weekend, and I'll talk to you soon. Thanks so much for joining me right here on Chaos and Order, Art by Susan Holt. Bye.